Hello, it's Kadisha. I'm back with another video. You gotta excuse my nose. I had on those glasses and it leaves an imprint. So I'm like, these glasses I be liking to wear. I'm gonna have to get some new ones, I guess. My sister, look at me. I'm like, my sister gave me some, but these, they like real big. And of course you can see everything. So just have to do without glasses. But anyway, this is the first video of 2026. Yes, and I still have my hat on from 2025, right? But we have to be willing to do hard work. This came to me when I was actually sitting somewhere and I heard someone singing. And it sounded like they practiced, but not really. And I was like, okay, sometimes we do things with little effort and then we're expecting a big outcome from it. And we get so mad when we see, and now I guess I'm talking about, I'm just talking about people, period, but I'm talking about Christians too. So sometimes as Christians, we want to do the path of resistance and want God to just pour out his blessings upon us. But the word says, if we don't work, we don't eat. And we can't be so, and I guess the word is to say arrogant or prideful, that we will only do what we want to do and say, like, I'm only going to do this. This is the only type of, I'm only going to give this much effort. And this wasn't even coming from someone who was a Christian. Well, I don't know if they said they were Christian or not, but they didn't proclaim it, or I guess would say act like it. And they were like, yeah, I only do this for an hour, and then they expect to see great results. And I'm just like, okay, what's the saying? The math is not mathing. We cannot do little and expect to get much out of it. And we know this. This is something we know. However, we choose to do little, but still expect expect a great big profit. And that doesn't make any sense. Now, we have to be willing to work hard. We have to be willing. And I see this more than I should, and seeing it within myself, because sometimes I feel like we stay somewhere because we're getting paid and we do the least that we can do to get by, and we're like, oh well, I'm still getting paid. And it's just like, but is that the best life for you? Is that what you really want out of life? And I have so many ideas that I want to do, and I'm sure you do too, but we have to not only have those ideas, but we have to move forward in them. So take the next step in order to make that goal, or whatever it is that you want to come to fruition. You have to take the next step. You have to be willing to do the hard work. And I can't remember who said this exactly. It's like, and I want to say Tony. He probably was Tony. We will work overtime on someone else's job, but we won't put in something that will help us. Like maybe something that you're wanting to start on top. We won't put much effort in it, and we won't be willing to work overtime for us. And once I heard that set me free, because I will only work, and I'm not saying that you should overwork yourself. In the beginning stages of any business, you're going to probably have to do a little bit more overwork to get it started. But in the beginning, I'm like, I only want to work 40 hours, and I will work overtime for this other company that I used to work for. And so when the Lord allowed me to be able to work privately, I was like, oh, okay, I only want to work for 40 hours. This is enough to sustain me. And I was working the over 40 hours with someone else because it wasn't able to sustain me. But now that I'm able to price it in the way that I want to, I'm like, oh, this is sustaining. But then I'm like, no, you got to reach further than that. And once you get to that place, now you have to build up to something else. So I always talk about leveling up, and it's going to take work for us to do that. We can't just think about everything and don't put any action behind it. It's got to take some hard work. So stop wanting to get by on doing little, because you're going to see how much you reap from that, and it won't be much. You can only be upset at yourself. We sometimes get upset or get mad when we see people living their best life, and we're like, well, why is this? And this, I'm this. And it's just like, if you would put in work, you will too get the benefits of doing hard work. But that's more so like a curse word to us. We no longer want to do that, or we want to work for somebody else's company, or we want to do little as much at that company, because everybody's not meant to be an entrepreneur. So it's like, okay, if you're not meant to be an entrepreneur, or entrepreneur is not working out for you, go get a job and work hard for somebody else. Learn something on their job, because they're successful because they have a job. So it's like something is working. So let me get on here and learn from them, from their skills, do whatever I need to do. Maybe possibly move up. Maybe I don't want to have my own business. Possibly move up in their company and become a stake owner in their company. Come on, y'all. And I think that's the right term. I was like, stake owner. Yeah, I think so. But now I'm thinking I'm one of the sharks. I don't know. Y'all about to see me on Shark Tank. No, you're not. Because I think that, I don't think that show is available anymore. Maybe I'm about to start my own Shark Tank. But come on. You can do it. You can do it. And 2026 is going to be the year, but only if we decide to do the hard work. So I told you. And I still ain't did it. See, I done told the story. See, the Lord be convicting me. See, these videos, like I said, they don't be for you. They be for me. Because you remember if you watch my 2 videos back, I said, oh, I'm going to do my budget tonight. I ain't did shit. See, I'm sorry better. I'm sorry better. 2026 is better. But yes, we got to be willing to do the hard work and do things that we don't want to do in order to see the blessings that the Lord has for you. The Lord has a great path for you. And it's not just about that. It's just like seeing the potential that's on the inside of you come out. Like, y'all, I might was fussing just a few minutes ago, but now I'm serious. Like, we can do it, but only if we choose to do the hard work. Only if we do that. So 2026 is about to be a great year. And I remember, and I would look back at the other video, and I said 2020. I said, Lord, oh no, let not 2026 be like 2020. Hold on, I misspoke. So for those of you who watch the video and seen I said 2020, I was talking about 2026. I was not talking about 2020. But yes, thank you so much for watching. I'm ready to go into a new year with new videos, new inspirations. And as the Lord allows me to level up because of me working hard, not just because I'm doing things lackadaisical. No, He's not going to allow that. Hopefully that encourages you to do the same and allow the Lord to use you. So thank you so much for watching. Like I always say, saca lo que quieres ver en otros. To a new year. Bye.